We are live. Welcome everybody. 505 interview series coming to you from the makeshift studios out here on the western slope of Colorado. Tonight, bring forth our guest. He is a content creator, a cigar reviewer. He is also part of the Pravada regional groups with the Midwest Misfits. My guest is John Ortiz of OBO Cigar Review, and I'm going to pop John up on the screen. And there he is. Welcome, sir. Glad to see you.
Glad to see you too, man.
Excellent. So, I'm going to get my cigar lit. While I get mine lit, I'll hand it over to you to tell everybody out there about you, your brand, and what it is that you do.
Cool. So, like you said, I'm John with OBO Cigar Reviews. I mainly do reviews on Pravada cigars. And like you said, I am part of the Midwest Misfits. So our cigar should be coming out, our new cigar should be coming out soon, which is all agreed on, the blend that we wanted. So, which is getting the name situated. But that should be out within the month.
Excellent. Good. So, when did you get started up on doing the reviews? How long ago?
I want to say, man, 2020. So
You were one of those bored,
Yep.
need something to do COVID in response
Yep.
to COVID. And there's our man, big old Ben Jammin. What's going on, Ben? Glad to see you.
What's up, man? Yeah, COVID hit. I had nothing to do. I had just started my subscription box as well with Pravada, so I'm like, you know what? Let's just start this off.
So, I know you mainly do the Pravada reviews, but you've occasionally dabbled into some non-Pravada brands off of reviews. Which do you prefer doing more of, or or letting people know more about?
Pravada, because it's smaller brand, smaller. A lot of people know Drew Estate, Padron, you know.
Yeah, I get it. Well, that's good. So, when did you come? How did you get up? Or what was the initial idea behind wanting to do it? I guess I should phrase it like that.
It was just something to do, just something to kill time. I love cigars, so I'm like, you know what? Let me get into it and see what. I'd watch Cigar Obsession. That's pretty much all I really watched at that time, and
OG, man. I've been watching Cigar Obsession for years and years and years. I've also been watching Kevin with Cigar Prop, and a couple of, Boston Jimmy from Stogie Press. All those. I've been big fans of them, and, they were just, I always tried to take a little bit of what each one of them did and then kind of make it my own when I was doing review stuff.
No, yeah, and then when I started, I found you when I started doing so. I was following you when you had like 50 followers.
It grew fast out of like nowhere too. I was just like,
yeah.
Holy
You're awesome,
cow.
man. Yeah.
No, I'm not. Ben's asking about the bearskin rug under your chin.
Yeah.
That gorgeous beard.
I love it, man.
When did your cigar journey start for you personally?
I want to say almost 9 years ago. 9 years ago. My brother called me up one day, said, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing." He's like, "You want to meet me at a cigar lounge?" And that's where I fell in love, man.
Do you remember the first cigar you smoked?
It was a Padron, not Padron, sorry, it was a Perdomo 10-year anniversary.
Okay.
Yeah. I do, from there, the cigar community is just awesome. Like, everyone I met there treated me like they knew me forever, and we were, it was amazing.
That's kind of the big thing within the community, is that it doesn't really matter whether I just met you or I've known you for years. there's always some sort of connection that you end up finding with somebody that makes you feel like you've known them forever.
Yeah. It was just awesome. And then since then, it just lit a fire and.
What is it? Oh, orale. That's Spanish for approval. I got that. Thank you. Thank you. I got that.
Oh, Ben.
Oh, Ben. Yes. Well, yeah.
What got you into it?
Me. So the day I turned 18, which was almost 22 years ago, I skipped school. I drove to the Cigar Lounge in Santa Fe, New Mexico, which was like a 25-minute drive. I walked into the shop and I said, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know anything about this, but cigars look cool. Because in the movies, anybody who was cool smoked a cigar, whether they were a good guy or a bad guy.
Yep.
They always had a cigar, and they were always cool. And so they took me back into the owner's son, and just a guy who was hanging out in there took me back into the lounge, and they gave me 3 sticks and said, try these. If you like them, come back. And I go, okay. And they didn't charge me for the 3 sticks. They gave them to me.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
I lit up that first one, and I was like, this is like one of the most fantastic tasting things I have ever had in my life.
Yeah.
I was like, holy cow. And from there, it's been this downhill spiral of cigars, to where now I can't give you a number. I tell people it's between 3,500 and 5,000 cigars I have at the house. It just, it's like, oh, I need that. And then I started, earlier this summer, I started putting everything into Tupperdoors and labeling the Tupperdoors by wrapper. So this way, if I'm feeling like I want a broadleaf, I can just go in and grab a broadleaf. And same thing, Corojo. Nice. I can go grab a Corojo. And so, I'm just like, I got so many cigars. I don't
not
need
a problem.
I don't need to buy more, and then what happens? You end up buying more.
Yeah, I know. UPS man keeps on coming to your house with cigars.
Yeah. Yes, and it's just like nonstop on just going, and you see something, you're like, ooh, you see a picture of somebody posting, you're like, dude, that looks good. Look at that's like dark, oily, sexy wrapper on that stick. What is that? Well, I gotta go buy that.
Yeah, my kid gets mad at me because they're like, "Oh, more cigars for you, Dad." Like, where's my toys?
Your toys? I invested into this, so
yeah.
And so for me, between cigars and sports cards, I have my house is just a massive collection of cigars and sports cards and sports memorabilia. It's just, I have no money for anything else. It's just where I spend all my money at.
Yeah, with your 80-inch TV in the basement. Yeah.
Hey, when you remodel a house and you've got a big ass empty wall, you got to put something on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got a deal on the TV. Now, now you can buy that size TV for half the cost of what I paid for it 3 years ago.
They dropped crazy, man. Like,
I looked at, and I bought that TV because I was on Best Buy's website, and I go, holy cow, it's under $1,000. I'm like, dude, I'm going to go get that. And so I go over there, and they go, oh, he goes, I think we're out. And I was like, crap. So he goes to the back, he comes back out. He goes, so this is the same exact TV, but it's the model from 6 months ago. That one that's on sale now is the new model. And this one is it was like $700 or $725, and I was like,
yeah,
oh well, shit, that's half off.
That's even better.
It's even better. I go, so what's the difference? He goes, nothing. It's just every 6 months they put out new TVs, same models on everything. Nothing's different. Nothing's changed on them. It's just they put out a new TV. Yeah, pretty much. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll take it for $700. Yeah, I'll take it. So I bought it, and I got that nice big ass TV in the basement. The theater room, as I call it.
That's where you watch the Bears at?
Unfortunately.
I know. I know. We knew this year was going to be rough. Come on. We knew this was going to be a rough year.
I knew it was going to be rough. I didn't know it was going to be that rough. No offensive line, no receivers.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And then they expect Justin Fields to do stuff. With what?
You do what now, Ben? I light up a fatty and watch my hot wife suntan. That's good too.
Yeah.
That works. I'm single and unlovable, so I don't have that option. Unless I want to watch my hand suntan.
Looks like it could use a tan.
I know. I've lost all my color since I moved from New Mexico. I don't get that sun like I used to. So, what brought you together with Brian and Katie, Pravada couple from the Midwest Misfits?
Honestly, it was just one day on Facebook. They were just looking for people who were like in the Chicago area. They're northern suburbs, and that's where we met, and it just kicked off from there.
They are such nice people.
Oh, they're awesome. They are awesome.
Your first stick that you came out with was really good. I really liked it. I kind of wish I would have bought. I kind of wish I would have bought more than that 5.
So do I. So do I.
Hey Anthony, what's going on, buddy? How are you?
What's up, Anthony? I have 2 left, and I'm like, man.
I think I got one, and it was such a good stick that I put it in my collection humidor, so it'll never get smoked. I just kind of.
That's what I think I'm doing with these 2. I'm putting them away and just.
It was good, and since I kind of stopped doing reviews, but I went on Instagram and did a live review on that stick because it was a really good stick, and I was just like, damn, dude, this thing it's banging, man. So you've got really high expectation on this new stick coming out that you've got. It's got to be as good or better than what you put out with that first one.
I know. That was the hard part of picking one. We went through 2 batches, and it was hard. It was hard to find one that would replace that one.
That was kind of like with Saran and Sev.
The chosen one. That
yeah. As I put it, the chosen one was as of right now, it's my cigar of the year.
It's really good.
It's such a good stick. They still have some available over on Pravada, people. If you want to go pick some up, go get them before they're gone. Round 2 on it. Once they're gone, they will never be back again. And of course, October 24th, you can catch Saran and Sev for round 2 over here for the pre-release party of their brand new stick, the Mad Claw. They will be on, and it will also be my birthday bash extravaganza. So you know what that means? Giveaways.
My birthday as well. 28th.
I know we share the same day. Our birthday's the same day.
I know.
So is Pravada the only monthly club you're a part of, or are you part of other clubs as well?
It's the only one right now. I was part of the Luxury Cigar Club and a couple other ones, but I just chose to do Pravada.
Brian from Pravada speaks very highly of you as one of those guys who got on board early and just got it. And you've been one of those. You're one of those Pravada fan favorites out there from everybody that that you talk to, and people always when people ask and bring up, and your name always finds a way to come into a conversation. And it's like, I love John. He's so great.
Same with you. I'm like,
not
oh,
me.
Big D, yeah, I know him.
They
Like,
know
other
me,
people are gonna-
doesn't mean they like me.
No, no, I know, but no, I'm talking about. I say I know you. Like when people start talking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I know Dan.
Yeah. Yeah, people,
Unfortunately,
unfortunately, they know me. That's right. So, I was part of that YouTube purge that hit back in May. Did you get any feedback or pushback from YouTube off of your content or channel?
oh, they took off a bunch of my videos and wouldn't let me upload videos for maybe about a month. Then all of a sudden, I was able to upload whatever I wanted again. So I don't know what's going like. But for a month, I couldn't upload anything.
Yeah, I just was, I was at that. When I got hit with that, and then I was just like, it was 1 week, and then within 15 minutes of being suspended for 1 week, it became 1 month for
See,
something
but
else.
I didn't even get emails telling me that I was, I just couldn't upload anything. And then I seen them uh, blocking my videos, restricting my videos.
Which I don't know. I never understood because they'd always send out going, we age restricted your video.
Yeah,
But the video was already age restricted.
age restricted, exactly.
This is this is age restricted on YouTube. I can't I don't know how to age restrict on Twitter or Facebook, so it's not. But
Yeah,
I haven't gotten any guff from Twitter or Facebook.
no, they did it without warning. Like that's the part that kind of pissed me off. That I was like trying to upload a video, it wouldn't upload. It wouldn't upload. I'm like, what's going on? And then that's when I started noticing my videos getting restricted. And not all my videos. It was just like 5 of them, but they wouldn't let me upload.
I didn't get it, and like I've done the Rumble thing, but losing out on that audience base that I had over here, they didn't go over there, and it's
No,
just
I have Rumble as well. I asked you about it. And I have it as well. But it wasn't the same.
everybody. I seem to be that guy everybody hit up on when they were trying to move everything over to Rumble, and I was just like,
you were being very vocal about it because I didn't know where else to go, and then I heard you going to Rumble, so I'm like, oh, let me ask him.
I had no clue what to do. Kevin from Cigar Prop texted me, and then he called me and basically walked me through the entire setup process on Rumble, getting it all up, because I had no clue what I was doing. And
Yeah,
and he's like, I hope you got your videos backed up. I was like, yeah, I got all my videos backed up, because within a week, videos started getting deleted. And by the time my month was up, the only thing left was lives. That was it. They deleted everything except lives.
on mine they didn't delete anything. They just restricted everything, even though there was already restricted. And then, like I said, a month later, it was like nothing ever happened. I was able to upload again.
Yeah, I couldn't, so I don't even try it anymore. And and I really don't do the review stuff anymore. To the time it takes to create the content,
Yeah.
it's just not worth it to put it over there, because not only do I have to put it there, but I also have to put it over on Facebook, and I put it up on LinkedIn, and all the promotion that goes into it. It's so much work for such little payoff on the reviews. And I know a lot of people out there like watching the reviews. It's just it's just
time
not worth
consuming.
my time. It is. It's time consuming, because because that's one thing I don't think a lot of people get is, it's an hour and a half to 2 hours for smoking the cigar,
Yeah.
filming, and that's another hour and a half in editing on the video. Then it's another hour and a half to 2 hours on uploading on all
Everywhere.
the different all the platforms everywhere on it.
Yeah.
And then to get a total of maybe 50 people who watch the video,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's just not worth it anymore. And occasionally I've gone out there and I've gone back into the archive and I've pulled some of the more popular older videos out and I've uploaded them up. doesn't require anything on my part to do that.
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and
Put it
throw
back
that
up. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. You want to watch? Here's an old video. This is douchey. I put some of the older ones up. My first 1,000 view video, my first 2,000 view video. I've tried to mix it up a bit on stuff that I thought was fun, or at least the people viewed it, liked it.
Yeah.
But YouTube leaves the live stuff alone. They have no problem with the live stuff. I don't know why.
The only difference I've been doing when I upload it to Facebook, to YouTube, is I'm not putting the word cigar in my title.
I don't either.
Because all the ones that they age restricted had cigar in it. The ones that didn't have cigar in it, they left alone.
So the live, yeah. So the live stuff, they've left alone, even if it has cigar in the title. They restricted one live video because I used, cigar in a hashtag. So I quit using anything cigar related in hashtags on there. I've put other stuff on there.
Which just makes it harder because you gotta. It's hard. It's tough, but I like it, so I continue doing it whenever I can. I don't do it as much anymore, just because.
I don't think you need to. I don't think you need to anymore. I've put more of a focus on live content. Really that suspension push. The interview series was something that I was wanting to do for a while.
You had told me about it a while ago. Yeah, you had told me about it a while ago.
It was something that I was going to start getting into, but it forced me into it sooner. I was just like, okay, here we go. We're going to start as soon as the suspension's over, we're going to start this. It's going to start it up. And, I tried doing the review stuff, and once I realized it just wasn't worth it anymore, I'll throw out maybe one review a month out there. And that's about it. Other than that, it's all live content. If any of you guys in the audience are following me on Rumble and you miss any of the live stuff that goes down over on Instagram, I save those videos and I upload them up over on Rumble, so you can go back and rewatch them over there if you want. So that way, if you're interested, the Tuesday night, the live review show Ryan and I do, we've added the twist to bringing on the brand owner on, and we live review the stick in front of the brand owner.
Nice.
So it's a twist to that one. Everybody gets to see what we have to go through, what we do when we film the reviews, but now you're seeing it in live in real time. And then you add the brand owner in, who's now like, oh man, I hope the cigar works. It goes good. I hope it works.
No, I do want to get more into live stuff. I just gotta find time.
Yeah, that's kind of been where I didn't think I would, but then I found, you know what? Doing the live stuff in the evenings seems to work, because it kind of works for everybody, because it's the end of the night, you're chilling at home, you're out, you see somebody's live, you're gonna go and watch. And I've had far more fun doing, this interview series has been fantastic and I've loved it. I really didn't think that the raw cigar reviews was going to take off like it did. It was just something fun. Ryan was just like, dude, let's just try it. And it just that has taken off and has really become separate entity to everything else that he does and what I do. And then, the Thursday night shit show with Wrench, which is unstructured bullshit, And the thing I like about that is when the brand owners come on that show, they're not on to promote anything or do it. They just want to hang out with us and bullshit. And that's all that show's all about.
They get tired of just going to show, talking about every once in a while just want to relax and shoot the shit. You know, they just want to talk.
Yeah, and then and we had the clowns on last Thursday night, and Ray and Joe just wanted to hang out and bullshit. But they also wanted me to try out the stick that was dropping from the night before, and so he did. Oh, look at who just popped in. Oh, John is the man.
What's up, man?
All right. So, you got the new stick. Was that going to be dropping by the end of this month, or is that going to be coming in November?
I think November. We still got to work out the name. We picked out the cigar. Now we just got to concentrate on the name and everything behind it there.
So did you work, or were you part of the blending, the picking on that with Brian and Katie and you, or is there more of you guys to vet together that are all doing it?
I think like 15 of us that get together, we smoke them and see what we like, we vote on it. Like I said, it was hard trying to find something to beat Uncaged or match it. We went through 2 batches this time, and yeah. The last time we all smoked it, we all voted, it was unanimous. We all picked Uncaged as the cigar.
Yeah, like I said, I love that Uncaged. It was so good. It was one that I feel that I should have bought more than a 5er of, because, it is a box-worthy stick.
Oh, it's like I said, I wish I had more. I'm like, man. And then I gave away a lot of the ones I had to people so they could try, and then I'm like, man, now I got 2 left.
Hey, that's the downside, is you want people to experience it, but then you're like, but I also need to experience it more than I already have.
Yeah, of course. I was being a little greedy, but
yes, it was super good. So I'm really excited to see where you go with this one. Now, is it following kind of in the same feel as the Uncaged, or are you going in a different direction with this one?
No, it should be in the same field.
Okay. You go again a darker wrapper, more on that. A little bit more on the fuller bodied side.
Let me see. Let me get some information on it for you.
Now.
Yeah. It's a Habano wrapper.
Okay.
The binder is Corojo. Filler is Esteli, Brazil, and Honduras.
Ooh, I'm excited. Yeah. Ooh, I'm excited for that.
It was good, man.
Good. All right. So you're following within the same guidelines. So a good name. So you got the Uncaged.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. We don't have a name yet.
Why? Well, I'm excited for that one to come out, because I was, I bought most of the regional group sticks to try, and I thought most of them were phenomenal. They were really good, and none of them were similar to each other. They all had differences that made each one really good. And so I think, for Brian to open this up for people to really get in on the experience
it was an awesome experience. Yeah.
It's a, I think that's a great experience, No,
yeah. How many people say I have a cigar out for sale, like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Me? Yeah, I got a cigar. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, but now you got to get on that clowns and Herfner level. Now,
right?
Yeah. Now I think, that was the thing when I talked with Saran and Sev about, and I told him, I go, dude, this thing's going to sell out quick. He's like, I don't think so. I go, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing sold out in 5 hours, and then it sold out in 4 hours.
Yeah,
Because it was so good.
it was.
And the Mad Claw is equally as good. The Mad Claw, it's different, significantly different, but yet it kind of falls in line a little bit with where, with where the first one was at, and it has the thickest broadleaf wrapper I have ever seen on a cigar. It's thick. It's a slow burner. It's a very good stick. Is it better than the first one? In my opinion, I'm gonna have to smoke more of them to figure that one out. But I don't know. It's definitely a very good stick.
Awesome. Looking forward.
I do believe that Sev said for when they're on, because it's also my birthday bash, there will be a $5 given away live on the show. So
just send it automatically to me as a gift. And
yeah. If you know how my giveaways
I know.
work.
I know.
You know, if your name is randomly drawn, you are the winner. I keep it simple. I'm just like, here you go, simple.
Yeah, no, it's easy.
Good. And then Saran 7 and I have also been working on a cigar together as well.
Oh, nice.
So we're in the beginning stages of that one.
Nice.
So we're working it a little bit. We're trying, we're trying to get things going, but it's a long, tedious process, and I can see why some people go, one and done. It's a lot of work.
You are doing it from where are you guys doing it from? Are you doing it from scratch too?
From scratch, yeah.
Nice.
So Fred Espinal from Espinal Puro.
Yeah.
He is our manufacturer, along with his lead blender. So we got one round of sticks in, and they were good sticks, but all three of us were really on the same page on some of the changes that we've needed. So we went back to Fred. So right now he's in the process of
They're reworking
that blend he sent us. Yeah. We liked it. It just was missing out on a little bit of some things we felt it needed. For like me, me putting out a stick, it's got to be up there, because I'm kind of putting my reputation on the line here.
Oh, yeah.
And if I put out a stick and you go, dude, this thing was trash, or it's all right. Yeah,
like, man, does this guy really know what?
Yeah, it was all. It's all right. Yeah, so I'm overly picky about what's going to get put out, but I think
scary.
That's good.
It's a little scary. Yeah, you're like.
But I think it's a good thing that I'm also working with Saran and Sev, because they are also really kind of on that same page.
Oh, Saran, yeah.
Yeah, as me on this, and Sev, that dude has a savant palate. This dude.
He does. He does.
I think I have a good palate, but
no, he's on a different level. Yeah, I know.
Because he's like, yeah, I'm picking up like cinnamon off of this. I'm like, I'm not getting any cinnamon off. It's like, yeah, it's like three little flakes of cinnamon, or just. I'm like, oh, 3. Oh, okay.
And he's like, it's actually Mexican cinnamon that came from. Yeah. I'm like, what? Where?
He gets like that, and then I go, yeah, okay, half wheel. Yeah. Now I got it. Oh, that clubbed baby seal leather is just phenomenal. Mixed with that Antarctic cinnamon and endangered giraffe hoof.
You got any outings you're doing anytime soon? or you're done for the year?
Um, I was gonna be down in Dallas for Savage Feast, but with everything going on with my dad, I ended up kind of canceling most everything that I had. I was gonna go out to Vegas for Big Smoke in November, but I've canceled a lot of this stuff for now, just because
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen,
Is he okay,
and
or like I don't
it's,
want to get too into it, but
just the the effects of just getting old.
no, I know it's rough, man. 'Cause, like when my dad passed away last year, it was
Yeah.
yeah,
It it's this last few days have been really rough for me
yeah.
to watch what's going on, and I'm just
It's yeah.
it's
You don't think that you're ever gonna see your dad, someone you saw as a strong for like having to do everything for them, like that killed me as well.
it is it's just
It,
you know I'm just I'm like last night I was just like doing everything I could when I went to bed, laying in bed to just hold it together, because it was hard. Yesterday was a really hard day. Um, but I'm gonna put family first before anything else. So I've canceled everything that I had planned for the through the rest of the year, and then we'll see how the beginning of the year looks. Right now, my next big outing I got planned is going to be in February to Vegas for TPE.
cool.
Will be my next big outing I got. After that, I don't know. But right now, that's the only one I've confirmed that I'm going to be a part of.
Cool. I'm doing my first outing this November. I'm going to PrivateCon.
That's going to be awesome, man. You're going to have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to meet most of these people.
Oh yeah, you're going to be a rock star there. I'm going to tell you, if you've never had anybody ask to take your picture, it's going to happen to you down there, and it's going to be a weird feeling.
Yeah.
That's one of those things, like and out in both TPE and PCA and Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest, people coming up to me going, "Dude, Big D, I gotta get a picture with." I'm like, I'm like, me? What? Come on. Nah.
You're like, cool.
Oh, me? Yeah, you what? It's one of those weird feelings, and I guess I never realized how many people watch what I do, watch my content, and enjoy, and are like, dude, I met Big D from 505, man. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't anybody special. I'm nobody special, man, but you want to take a picture with me, man? Cool.
That's what I'm gonna do when I meet you. I'm like, oh, let's take a picture.
I know, but I'm gonna be like, dude, I got a picture with a cigar celebrity over here.
That's what I'm gonna say. You can't take mine. So yeah, that's what November 5th, a Saturday. So I'm re-recording out there.
Yeah, it was something I was looking at doing, but because the weekend before, or 2 weekends before, which I guess would be next Saturday, was Savage Feast, and then to have PrivateCon 2 weeks after that, I was just like, I couldn't financially swing doing.
Yeah.
So I picked Savage Feast because I had already bought my tickets and everything for it. So
no, next year I want to get out a lot more and do more.
You should, man. You should really go.
I want to go to the Rocky Mountain Fest.
You should, man. It's a lot of fun, man. This year for Rocky Mountain was probably one of my favorites of the last 6 years. There, usually if you don't have the VIP pass and you get the general admission, by the time you get in, most of the vendors are sold out. They're packed up and they're gone. This year they all stayed and hung out till the very end of the show.
Right.
The night before, You know, I went down to Ryan's. I went down to Ryan's house. He had a huge barbecue, so he was there. There were some manufacturers that were there, and we had barbecue and smoked cigars all day. It was a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
then the event was fun. And then after the event, we went back to one of the hotels everybody was staying at, and we had just like a huge parking lot party going on.
Nice.
So it was a lot of fun. This was by far my favorite Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest that I had been to.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for when I go to Prada, for all the hangouts and just meeting everybody and smoking with everybody.
I get it, Ben. No comment. That's right. I know. Look, I don't see that. You know, it's the same thing. I hate being called an influencer. I hate that word.
But you are.
I get, and I say, if I've influenced your decision to buy a stick or not buy a stick, I'm a pseudo influencer. Like, I just give you my opinion, but I want you to try it out for yourself, whether I like it or not.
You are an influence. People look to you to see if it's a good cigar or not. You're influencing them on what they do. You're an influencer, man.
I hate that word. I hate it.
It has a bad stigma to it, but not all of it is bad, you know?
You know, me, I don't I don't see myself as an influencer, but, you know, at the end of the day, I get it. I kind of am. So I try my best to be impartial and to give as much information and be completely honest about my thoughts and opinions as I can, whether it's positive or negative. But I never try and trash a brand or a stick. It's just not for me. But try it yourself. Maybe you like it. Maybe there's something in it you got that made it great for you. That I didn't.
Everybody's palate's different. Everybody's gonna.
Yeah, you know, that's what makes this so hard. But, you know, like, I remember 2020, you know, all the channels that popped up, and everybody was, you know, brands were all over everybody, and most of those shows are gone. You know, they're either you know, they had to go back to work and can't work from home, or they don't have the time, or, you know, it
picked
got
up no
too
traction.
much. Yeah. You know, there were a lot of channels out there, and I've noticed that most of the channels out there, it's like some of them haven't posted anything in like 7 months to a year.
Yeah. They realize how rough it is when they have to go back to work and still do this.
That's right. Hey man, we gotta make the time. You gotta make the time. How committed to this are you?
Yeah.
So you got into it during the pandemic. You got all your free swag and all that free stuff from the manufacturers, and now you're out bouncing.
Yeah.
Not me. You know,
Me neither.
When you know, here's the thing is I get stuff in from manufacturers, and I see they send me a lot of stuff. I'm just like, well, I kept one of everything you sent me. I'm gonna give the rest of the stuff away to the viewers, you know. And they're like, oh, well, whatever you want to do, or okay, sir. So I was like, yeah, man, look, I got one of each, and I'm gonna give the rest away. You know, let them enjoy it. Let somebody else have an opportunity to enjoy something good. You know, I don't.
It's another good way though to get their name out there though. You're giving their stuff away. Yeah. Giving
it all away.
It's better for your followers that way too. They get something out of it. They don't just get to watch you smoke it. They get it from you.
Yeah. You know, and I've put more of a, my channel's more small batch, boutique centric. So, you know, when I give out stuff, it's going to be small batch and boutique cigars out there. And hopefully it's stuff you've never heard of before, a brand you've never heard of, or maybe a brand you've wanted to try, but you can't find it anywhere. I got your hookup on it, you know?
No, you do. Like, I learned about Ezra from your channel. I'm like, oh, let me try it. So yeah, that's why I like watching your reviews and stuff because it was all small batch stuff. It wasn't the big name stuff.
Everybody knows about the big name stuff. You don't. I don't need to do. I don't need to do a review on a Davidoff or a Fuente
No.
or a Padron. Everybody knows about those sticks. But let me tell you about this stick. Here, you've probably never have heard of this stick. So
Exactly.
let me tell you about it. And that's been a lot of fun, and it's also been a lot of fun on Tuesday nights because the fact that you're not getting that pre-recorded content on that. We're bringing in new brands like that on Tuesday nights. So, there are some of them are brands I've never even heard of, but they've reached out, and I'm like, yeah, man, we'd love to help you out.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Tomorrow night, John Garofalo with Enemies Tobacco will be on with Ryan and I. So we are going to live review one of the sticks, and hopefully, if you've never heard of the brand,
Never heard of it, so
you'll get to hear.
I'll watch it tomorrow. Yeah.
Mr. Red Bearded Dragon. Come on, dude.
He's just hating on the beard.
I know he is. Ben, is it because you can't grow a beard? Yours comes in all patchy. You got the hipster neck beard.
Oh, man.
For some of us, we've looked like this since we were 16 years old.
Yeah. I had a full mustache in 8th grade. 8th grade, I had a full mustache. I'm like, and I went to Catholic school, so I had a shave, and I'm like, man, I have to keep that shave. Like,
you had to shave, and by the end of the day, it was already bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had that problem up here, but no.
You see, but like you, I've owned the fact that I was losing my hair, and so I just shave it now because look, at this point, there's no point in. I was like
hiding, yeah.
When I turned 30, it just started thinning and all of a sudden it's receding back, and I was just like,
this is right, yeah.
I told the girl who was cutting my hair, and when she told me, and I was like, shave it.
Yeah, when I started noticing that it was getting just too thin, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna start shaving it off.
Just gonna shave it. I'm gonna own the fact that I'm going bald. Yeah, that's right. I wear the French tickler. Yes, I was the guy who was able to buy alcohol and tobacco in high school because I looked like this.
Yeah. I had my brother's ID, and I'd be able to buy alcohol. Yeah. Never got questioned about it.
I never got carded.
I didn't either until I was like 21. That's when I started getting carded, which was weird. But I always had my brother's ID just in case.
I got carded twice in the last month.
I got carded today buying Cigar.
I did. I went to go buy my chaw, and the girl carded me. I was like, seriously?
That's what. Same thing. I'm like, man, you're trying to make me feel good today, aren't you?
I was like, she's like, yeah, if you look under 40. And I was like, well, here you go. 40 in a month. Yeah, it's it is I can't believe 40's here. It doesn't seem like. I feel older. But then again, I work manual labor, so.
Yeah. I'll be 39 this year. I'll be 40 next year.
You never cared. Because Ben, you're not ugly. You got a woman to marry you, so somebody finds you attractive.
Maybe she can't see.
I don't know. Ladies love the beard, though, so it don't matter what you look like. If you got a nice beard, ladies don't care.
For sure, yeah.
They don't care what you look like. It's all about the beard. Like, Yes, ma'am. She's blind. Yeah. Yeah. See? So it doesn't matter. Unless you have like that Eric Stoltz from Masked Face going on, where she's like, what the hell am I feeling?
It's Halloween. Got my mask on.
Never been with a blind woman before, so I don't know what that would be like.
Me neither. We gotta ask Bud.
Ben, what's it like? Because I don't know. I mean, I bailed out on the midget.
But you love the midgets. What?
No, I don't. I bailed out. I tried, but when I saw those Vienna sausage fingers and stuff, I got creeped out immediately. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do this. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
You know you did it. Then you're like, I'm just gonna tell everybody no.
Nope, I didn't. I would wear that with a badge of honor if I did. But it's all about the touch. I'm sure it's all about the touch. Yeah, I would wear that with a badge. I'd tell everybody. I'd be like, dude, look at what I did.
I recorded it. Look.
That's right. But I couldn't do it. The moment her little sausage fingers grabbed hold, I was just like, I can't do this. Nope, I'm out. I'm throwing in the towel. I'm done.
Oh. You should have just went through with it. Should have just took one for the team and went.
So the one thing I want to go back to your content here is what made you want to start making like the movie trailer intros for what you're putting out?
I just thought it was something different. I didn't see many people doing it, so I just wanted something a little different. So
it's different. I mean, it's awesome because every single one's different. The music you put behind it is fantastic because, you had one where it had the movie trailer like there was like a fight and just heavy and going, and you kept talking about how heavy and harsh the cigar was you were smoking. I was like, damn, dude, that music totally fit into what he was smoking.
Yeah, it's hard work, like you said. It's time consuming, but when you like it, you do it.
So I've only seen like one or two new things out of you over the last month or so. Are you cutting down on what you're putting out, or are you putting a focus elsewhere?
No, it was just time. Really had no time. That's with the kids going back to school. It just threw everything off, and yeah, I just finding time right now.
I'm shocked you weren't one of those people that took the summer off. I saw a lot of content creators, took the summer off, because they kind of worked through 2020 and 2021, and with no real breaks, and then they took, like, this sounds like, well, finally got a summer where there's no restrictions. We're out, we're traveling, we're going places. We'll be back in the fall. You kind of worked through the summer a little bit.
Yeah. I think I took like a week off, and that's because we were out in Wisconsin. Didn't have time. But other than that, yeah. I'll try to put at least 3 videos out a month. But so I want to do more. It's just finding the time. But 3 is going to be pretty much what I'm doing from now on.
Okay. Are you going to expand out from reviews into other things, or are you going to keep it more review-based and review-centric?
I do, like I said, I wanted to do like live reviews like you're doing, but I'm like, I don't know how many people are actually going to watch that. I'm not as popular as you.
I think people will. Oh, look at that,
Right.
Mr. Cigar Clown himself, the Teflon Don. What's up, Ray? Yeah, people will watch. I mean, I watch if you put stuff out.
No, I know you'd watch, but I'm like, man, I don't know. it's scary jumping into something new. Like,
Ray, I love you, brother. I love you. It's, but you never know until you do
you
it.
don't, yeah.
Because I never, when Wrench and I started up the Thursday night show, I didn't think it would work. That was just his idea. He's like, dude, let's do something. Everyone's like, we should go do something. We got good chemistry. I was like, I don't think anybody's gonna watch. Who's gonna want to watch two dopes? and Ray needs you. Yeah, see, look at that. Ray would watch if you did live reviews. See, that's a big name right there.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't think anybody was going to watch Wrench and I, but after the first show and then the second show, I go, damn, dude, we're onto something. I didn't think people were going to watch, Ryan and I on Tuesday nights.
But they do.
They're watching, and not only are they watching them, we're getting manufacturers watching, and manufacturers reaching out to us. I didn't think anybody was going to do it. I didn't think anybody was going to watch the interview lives, but
you're right.
They do.
You're right.
They do.
I'll probably
I'll
start off like in January for the new year. Start off clean with the new year. Figure out a schedule and what I'm going to do.
What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought on that one. But yeah, you start out and then you just kind of go. You just got to do it. I find for the most part I don't get a whole lot of viewage live on the interview series, but I get a lot of watches after. Next day to 1 to 3 days after this airs, I see that's where I get the big spike is of people watching. So, okay.
Yeah, not always everybody can sit there and watch it live, but when they have time, they'll sit down and.
That's right, and Ray's right. Don't know unless you try, and of course
he is.
The Clowns put out some of the amazing cigars out there.
Yeah.
That 5150 is freaking-tastic. If you haven't gotten one, you gotta go get it. That is a good stick.
Yeah. Their cigars are just so hard to get. By the time I go look, I'm like, they're gone.
I know you gotta be on it when they.
Yeah.
I
know.
I wasn't expecting. I go to the mailbox. I wasn't expecting Ray and those guys to send me anything, and boom! I was like, wow, that's so awesome. Because I heard that OGT was going to have the 5150 in the society for this month, and I go, well, I'm part of the society, so I'll get them. So I don't need to go out and try and find them.
Track them down, yeah.
Yeah, track them down. But then I was like, wow, that's so awesome. So, I have a big allegiance to the Clowns because those guys have always supported me. They've always, anything I've ever wanted or needed, those guys have always been there for me, and,
awesome, yeah.
I've got, when people ask me, my favorite boutique brands and stuff, I'm like, I can't really give you a favorite brand, but I'll tell you that the Cigar Clowns are probably, if I have to pick one, are my favorite boutique brand that's out there. I'm not one that's usually huge on limited release single batch runs, but what they do and they put it out and they put out nothing but fire and greatness out there that I never have to worry whether or not should I buy this or not. I know I have to buy it.
I've only had 3 of their cigars. I've had the Ron, the Not Ron, and the Freak Show. And all of those were amazing.
They're so good. I got introduced to them through the Mark was the first one I had, and I was like, man, I need to buy more of these. And by the time I smoked it and went, they were gone. And so then I got in on I got in on the Ron. I bought it. I reviewed it, which is where I met the clowns because they watched my review on the stick, and it was. I love that. I love that cigar. That Ron is so good, and that's always like anybody who's, in on the clowns. That's always one of those sticks that's talked about. It's like I can't consider the Ron a clown stick. It's like a standalone stick. It just. So different and unique and not like anything else that they've ever put out. It's a standalone stick.
It is. It was amazing. I really liked it.
But yes, since the mark, I've had everything that they've put out. I've found a way. I have found a way to get them. If they're sold out on one, I'm going around. I'm hitting people up. I'm trading people stuff. I'm like, dude, I need two. That's all I need. I need one for the collection because the sticks are so good that they need to have a place in history, in my humidor history of where one will never be smoked. It'll just be there so that in the future I can say, these are probably the best cigars that were ever manufactured.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you just keep tabs, man. Follow the clowns; they'll let you know where they're dropping at or who has them available, and you can always go out and get them. The collab that they did with the Devil's Enclave Cigar Club was a really good stick. So the collaboration sticks they're doing, and that's one of those things that they're they're putting their name, on something, and and it's a bump and help to you, but it's also their reputation. So it's not going to be something trash that's being put out because if somebody wants to put something out,
Yeah, no. They're not going to put their name on anything bad.
I have not had a bad clown stick. There's only been one. I didn't care. For me personally, I didn't care for it, but it wasn't a bad stick.
Which one was that one?
That was the Clown Cerro.
Oh, I know why. I'm not even going to get into it, but I know why.
That wasn't the reason why. It was just the flavor.
Okay.
The flavors in it. Because the other Lancero they put out, the Flaco, I love that stick. That stick is... that one was one that we did in the taste testing panel with the clowns. And everybody was looking at me because they're waiting for me to start trashing the stick. And I go, I hate the fact that I like this stick so much and I can't trash it.
I think I seen that one when you were on with that one.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it as well.
Yeah. I wanted to trash it so bad, and I couldn't. It was so good, I couldn't trash it. Look,
I love my Lanceros. I love Lanceros.
And it's not that I don't, if I'm going to smoke a Lancero, if you're going to put a Lancero out, dude, it better be mind-blowing. It better change my, That's why most are pedestrian or average. There's nothing great about them. The Flaco, fantastic. And for me, this is for me on my top 10 of the year. This is the year of the clowns because they got most of those 10 spots out there. Oh my goodness, this freaking lighter.
I hate that. Yep. It doesn't work when you want it to work.
I know. And I never use a lighter. So. Well, forget it. We're gonna have to bick this.
Uh-oh. Not
Maybe.
a big.
Oh no, I didn't bring the lighter out. All right, well, I'll just deal with this being the way it is.
And I see you're not having any internet issues this week.
No. So I know that I was earlier on. So I bought the better Wi-Fi at the house, or the better internet on it. And the first show I did with the brand new internet, it kept dropping nonstop.
I know. I remember. I was watching that one. It was
It
with
kept
that
dropping.
lady. What was her name?
Yeah, with Kathy from Hennessy
Yes.
Cigar Company.
Yes.
It kept dropping. So the next day I called them on the phone. I go, dude, you told me I was going to get better internet. I kept dropping the stream all the time. So they sent a tech out and they go, oh, you had some settings wrong. No, well, you guys came out and set it up. So
You guys had settings. Yeah.
You guys had settings wrong. I didn't. And after that, I've had no problems. I run hardwired into my computer. For it. It's just so, not that I don't trust the Wi-Fi. I'd rather just go hardwired. That way, it's set. And then here, I brought an Ethernet cable and I hooked up to my parents' router and ran an Ethernet cable outside for the show, just to, because I just didn't know how well the Wi-Fi would operate or work, and being outside of here,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I wanted to just make sure that there was no problems or issues internet wise.
And I was like dancing with this poor lady alone during the whole show.
It was, I went on Ryan's show one night, and his internet kept booting me off of his stream. So I'm trying to do a show. I'm trying to be a guest on his show, and I just every like 10 minutes it's kicking me out and booting me, and I'm just like, dude, your internet hates me for some reason. I don't know what it is, because it wasn't my internet. I'd been on his show a few other times before that, and I had no problems. Yeah, so I haven't been back on since I got the new internet on his show. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but I'm trying, hardwire. I'm like, hardwired is the way to go. We'll just Ethernet. Thank you to Coca-Cola, because I ordered a 100-foot Ethernet cable at their expense for me to use.
Yeah. I know. I was worried when I'm setting up with you here. I'm like, I had my iPad set up. I had my phone. I'm like, let me see what's gonna work best. So I got my iPad going.
I think the iPad works best from the guests I've had on that use that. The iPhone, I find when they're on with the iPhone, I tend to pick up a lot of feedback off of the iPhone, and so I'm sitting here always trying to adjust all the modulation on the end to keep the feedback from coming. It's not like something you hear in your head. You don't hear any of that feedback out of your headpiece, but I hear it on mine, which means the people can, watching or listening can hear it. So I'm always like trying to modulate, then get people going, I'm having a hard time hearing the guest, and I'm like, turning it back up. I'm like, well, we'll just have to deal with a little bit of feedback so people can hear what's being said here, because there's only so much I can do on my end.
Yeah. Now I'm setting all these backup plans. I'm like, in case this doesn't work, let me do this. But it worked right away, so I'm like, okay.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's good, man. I love your show. I think more people need to know about you. More people need to get on what you do, because you're real, you're genuine. Your shows are entertaining, and they're not long. You tend to keep them. You tend to keep them. Yeah.
No longer like 12, 13 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the longest.
10 to 12 minutes. Yeah. On most of what you do out there. Anybody watching on YouTube or on Facebook, down in the description is a link to everything John has going on out there. So all those links will direct you right to all of his pages, so you can watch John and what he's got going on. Especially if if you're somebody who enjoys Pravada sticks, or you saw a stick from Pravada and you don't know if you should buy it or not, or you're on the fence about it, more than likely you'll get a review from John about it, and you'll know whether that's a stick you should go pick up or not. That's what I do. I watch your reviews, because I'm like, all right, I see a bunch of people with this stick. It looks good, but I don't just trust every Joe Schmo out there telling me they got a good stick. Watch John. What's John think about it? Okay, John says it's a good stick. All right, I'm gonna go pick some of these sticks up because John said it was a good stick.
I appreciate it, man.
Well, I think it's a good service, especially for some of these limited run or small batch runs that Pravada puts out there. You know, do I want to spend that kind of money on it? Is it going to be worth it? But not knowing whether or not I should buy. Everybody can say it's great, but who's somebody out there I can trust out there? And you're one of those people that I trust, that if you say it's a good stick, then I know that's a stick I got to go and buy. I'm not going to go into it buying blind.
I know. I'm the same way when I'm looking for something new. I'm like, let me see who's done. No, not this person, not this. Let me see what. Oh, Dan did a review on it. Let me see. I do the same thing with your stuff, man.
I had done a lot of reviews.
You had. For a minute, I thought you were putting out one like every day for a while. Right?
Five days a week I was putting one out. But I was getting, I was doing it because one, there was viewership on it, so, and people were watching, so I'm going to put it out. But then after the suspension hit, there was no reason to put out. It's like I couldn't put anything out, and I tried putting out. I was like, okay, let me do 2 or 3 a week. I put them on Rumble, and it's like, okay, people aren't watching. Oh, I don't like Rumble's video platform. Okay, well, I'll put it over on Facebook. All right, well, not really getting many views. Put it over on LinkedIn. Not many views. Well, let me shorten some of these videos up and put them out on Instagram. I get the viewership on Instagram on them.
Yeah.
And I go through the analytics on it. It's big in the beginning, it dies, big and spike in the middle, and a spike at the end. So people are just fast forwarding through it.
Yeah.
And chat, which is fine, and I don't mind doing that. And that I'm getting plenty of viewership on when I post something up on there. But it's just so much work to do all that, and I just don't want to do it anymore. I like doing the live stuff. It's a lot of work,
yeah.
I like doing the live stuff. It's so much fun, and the fact if I do something on Instagram Live, I can save that video and I can post it up. So people who aren't on Instagram can watch it. There's plenty of I put my content in a lot of places, so plenty of if you can't if you're not seeing what I'm putting out, it's you because
you're not trying. Yeah,
you're not trying.
Someone's not trying.
My Facebook page, it's an open page. You don't have to be my friend to view my content. It's all open. So, and you can just go to my page and watch. You don't have to friend me. You don't have to do any of that stuff. I made it like that on purpose. So, boom. You don't have. It's easier. Yeah. You don't have to friend me. Just there it is.
No, and then the live stuff's a lot more fun because it's not like you're just sitting here smoking a cigar by yourself. There's people around. People jump on, or
Yeah, well, I tell people on the from Tuesday nights, I'm like, so you're getting to see what we do the entire time. The only difference is I don't have my phone out playing a game while I'm in between recording.
I'm like, or watching something, or
yeah, I got the TV on. Yeah, I got my notepad and pen right here. I'm writing down everything, but I'm not. That's the only difference is I'm not watching TV and I'm not playing a game on my phone because that's normally what I'm doing in between the takes. That 2 hours it took me to smoke the cigar that you're seeing in 12 minutes or less. Yeah, that's what you're seeing. You're seeing 12 minutes or less. Now you're not seeing what's going on in between, which is a game, a TV, cleaning, doing something in between.
Yeah. The hard stuff.
Is a sausage finger? No. I'm assuming it's the neighbor's dog. I'm in unfamiliar territory. You know, being over here at my parents' house.
You're in Colorado?
Mm-hmm.
You said right here.
Yeah, they live on the other end of the state from where I live.
Wow.
They're 300 miles from me.
It's a long drive, but I thought it was.
And,
My parents are what, like 65 miles north of me. They're up by Rockford and Belvedere. I thought that's a drive. 300 miles, man.
well, yeah, but you got to deal with all that traffic and everything. With
Once you
me,
get out the city, there's no traffic. Once you
see,
get out the city, it's not
see,
bad.
I try and leave early enough so that I don't hit any of the traffic in Denver. And in the wintertime, I try and get out before all the ski people because I got to drive through the mountains. So otherwise, you're backed up forever with all the ski traffic. So I try and get out before all the ski people get out. So I'm like leaving at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning because once you get past the ski area and from there, then it's like smooth sailing all the way to their house. It's just that spot from where I live through the Denver and then through the mountains. That's where the problem lies. You know, but
Yeah.
no traffic, I can make it here in 5 hours and 15 minutes.
That's not bad at all.
All depends on the traffic.
Yeah.
And the weather. In the wintertime, sometimes I gotta divert, so I gotta take the south route. So now that's an 8-hour drive, or I gotta take the north route. So now that's a 6.5-hour drive. And I gotta play everything. In the wintertime, it's all based upon weather.
What's close?
Yeah, weather. Boom. If I leave early, am I gonna? What time is this storm supposed to come in? Am I going to hit this? Do I need to leave earlier? Do I need to leave the night before after I get home from work? The things that we go through.
Yeah.
John, I appreciate you coming on and hanging out. Going ahead, anything you want to promote?
No, just look forward for the Midwest Misfits new release next month. Pretty much it, and Privada Con in November as well. So looks like a busy November for me, but that's pretty much it, man. I appreciate you having the time for me.
Man, I appreciate you coming on. I really do. So for everybody, tomorrow night we've got Enbany's Tobacco coming on. John Garofalo, who's the brand owner, will be our guest tomorrow night with Ryan and I. Ryan will be in Chi-Town tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So he will be doing his portion of the show from his hotel, or somewhere at the whatever hotel he's staying at. So he'll be in Chi-Town. Thursday night hangout with Wrench and myself. Come hang out with us for the shit show that is Thursday night. Unstructured, unscripted. It's just a fun show and a bunch of bullshit. Next Monday night, we finish off Content Creator Month. So our 4th Content Creator Showcase, we're going to keep it in Chicago. The lovely Brandy from Her Cigar Closet will be my guest. Talk about her daily vlogs that she does, as well as her podcast she's got coming out that's all about cigars and sports.
Nice.
So y'all can tune in next Monday night for that. All right. So appreciate it, John. Thank you so much for carving out the time. I hope more people get turned on to you because more people need to be on the OBO bandwagon.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. We will see you all next week. John, thank you so much, sir.
No problem, man. Take care.